I'm not sure exactly what's going on and why we've got a player on the floor taking 2 shots before the game ever started. Okay, so I guess we're getting a foul against the Wildcats for maybe a uniform violation. That's going to be maybe a technical foul. So Will Robertson going to start the game with a foul before we ever get started. And now we have no tip as the technical foul gives the ball to the Eagles. And so 23 Sherman knocks down those 2 shots. And then the air ball, no good there, but Sherman on the rebound underneath. He gets the ball back out to Leighton Sherman. Sherman drives, he gets the ball over to Mabry, who drives it inside. And that's 2 points for Mabry. And we're out to a 4-point advantage for the Eagles here early in the contest. Bell finds the ball in the middle to Cayman Canfield. Canfield gets the ball over to Robertson. Back to Canfield in the corner. Canfield trying to get the ball across the court to Logan Davis. But the ball tossed away and now out of bounds off of Sherman. And the ball is going to retain possession with the Cats. So Cats ball on the offensive end of the floor. We're looking for somebody to take the ball. I'm sorry, the Eagles with possession. Sorry, I misspoke. So Eagles with possession, trying to get the ball inside. Sherman under the basket gets the inbounds pass. Now he gets the ball over to Burleson, back out to Sherman. Sherman being guarded by Will Robertson, drives to the basket, shot no good. And now we've got a foul called against Will Robertson. Robertson with 2 fouls now, less than a minute into the contest. And so we're going to get a foul against Robertson. Now they're saying just 1 foul against Robertson. So technical foul not going against Robertson to start the game. And Sherman with another free throw is good. Second free throw is good as well. That's 4 points for Sherman here early in the contest. Eagles out to a 6-0 lead. And Eagles playing full court pressure on the defensive end of the floor. Now Davis with the ball, brings the ball up. He gets trapped and gets the ball across the court to Justice Bell. Back across the court to Davis. Davis trying to avoid the backcourt violation, but instead tosses the ball back over to Summertown. Now with the ball in the corner, that's Campbell driving to the basket. No good. Rebound collected by Justice Bell. Bell bringing the ball back up the floor in transition. He gets the ball back over to Robertson. Robertson looks for someplace to go. He gets over to Justice in the corner. Justice with a 3-point shot, and that 3 ball is good. So Justice Bell cuts the lead in half. 6-3 the score now here in the first quarter of action. Sherman drives it inside, and he's going to get the 2-pointer. And now the inbound pass knocked out of bounds off of Leighton Sherman. But we're going to get a foul against Leighton Sherman. That's going to be his first foul of the contest, first team foul against Summertown. And that's going to retain possession with the Cats. Cayman Canfield to take the ball out on the baseline. He gets the ball up to Justice Bell. Bell holding the ball. Now he's going to dribble, and he pushes ahead to Logan Davis, who throws across the court to Sawyer Skelton. Skelton gets the pass in the middle, and he tries to get it over to Davis, but the ball intercepted by Sherman. And Sherman brings the ball up the floor, but he gets swatted by Skelton. And then Burleson on the rebound, and he cleans it up. And he takes. Welcome back to WCHS Sports. We're 2 minutes into this game, and the Eagles out to a 10-3 lead over our Wildcats. Full court pressure against the Cats. Now Justice Bell pushes ahead to Will Robertson. Davis is wide open on the other side of the floor, but before they get it to him, the defense collapses now inside to Skelton, and Skelton has the ball taken away from him, but he is fouled in the process. That's going to be a foul against 14. That's Burleson picking up his first foul of the game, second team foul against the Eagles, and so the Cats going to retain possession. We want to apologize, folks. We're doing the best we can with this stream. The stream may drop in and out just like it did with the girls' game. Just stay patient, stay with us. We're going to do everything we can to try to keep this action live right here with you. Cayman Canfield on the turnaround jumper on the middle cuts the lead back down to 5. 10-5 to score. Now Sherman with a 3-point shot from the outside, no good. Rebound collected by Logan Davis. Davis brings the ball in transition back up the court. He wants to finish, and he does. 2 points for Logan Davis. Cats back down to a 10-7 lead as the Cats cutting into this Eagles lead. Burleson with the ball. He wants to drive, but he's cut off by Canfield. Now the switch there, Burleson on Robertson. That's the matchup that the Eagles want. Canfield out on Sherman. Sherman trying to drive, and he's ball knocked away by Canfield. And then he gets the ball back out to Cole Campbell. Campbell being guarded there by Davis. Gets it across the floor to Mabry. Back over to Sherman. We get two Shermans on the floor. We're going to try to keep them straight. Burleson inside to Campbell. Campbell with a turnaround drive. No good. Robertson with the rebound, and Robertson's going to clear it out, bring it across the timeline. He's going to try to get out of the trap. He gets it over to Davis. Davis gets it to Canfield. Canfield with a three-point shot. No good. Rebound collected by the Eagles. And now Campbell's going to bring the ball back up the floor for Summertown. Burleson with the ball. He wants to drive. He's going to take it, pull up inside from about 12 feet. That 12-footer is good. And so the Eagles back out to a 5-point advantage. And now the pass deflected by Campbell. Stolen. Pass out to Sherman. Now Sherman's going to dribble out. He's got a three-pointer on the elbow, and that's going to fall off the rim. No good. And Canfield's going to clear out the rebound. Now Canfield wants to bring the ball back up the floor. He passes ahead to Bell. Bell with a three-pointer off the mark. No good. Rebound collected by Campbell. Campbell gets the ball over to Burleson. Burleson now fakes the handoff. He's being guarded by Robertson. He tries to drive it inside. And Burleson, with two more, makes it a 14-7 game. Bell and Davis passing the ball back and forth across the floor, trying to get around this press. Doing a great job there getting through the defense. And now Davis pulls up and gets the ball back over to Justice Bell. The Eagles playing a 3-2 zone. It seems like no matter what you do, as soon as one of our guys gets his hand on the ball, he's immediately collapsed on by at least two defenders. Robertson with the ball, and now we're going to get a reach-in foul against Campbell. Campbell's going to pick up his first foul of the game. Actually, I'm sorry, they're going to call that one against Mabry. So Mabry with his first foul of the game. 3 fouls against Summertown, against 2 for the Wildcats. Davis is going to take the ball out on the offensive end of the floor for the Cats. He gets the ball into Beavis. Beavis back out to Skelton. Skelton over to Justice Bell. Bell gets the ball back out to the top to Logan Davis, and Davis is going to try to set up the offense. Now Skelton with the ball. He gets it back over to Beavis. Beavis back around to Davis. Davis to Bell. Bell with a three-pointer on the way. In and out. That ball should have fallen 4 times. And instead, the rebound collected by Beavis. The pass dished over to Canfield. Canfield with the 3-ball out of the corner. And we're down to a 4-point advantage. 14-10, the Eagles in front. Burleson cut off in the lane by Canfield. Now the 3-pointer away for Mabry. That 3-pointer is good. We're back to 7. 17-10 the score. Bell brings the ball up. He gets the ball over to Canfield, who then gets the ball to Davis. Davis back over to Bell. And now Justice with the ball. Going to try to do something here as Davis is out at the top of the circle. He's trying to drive in. He's cut off there by the defense. Canfield pulls up a floater from about 12 feet. No good. Rebound collected by Burleson. Cleared out by Mabry, or Sherman rather, brought up the floor by Leighton Sherman. Back over to Burleson, who gets the ball around to, he fakes it to Mason Neal, and then he loses the ball trying to showboat it to the basket. Ball collected by Canfield. Now Davis with the ball, being guarded by Blackwood on the inside. They get the ball down low to Skelton. Skelton, a little wild shot off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Leighton Sherman. Sherman brings the ball back up the floor for the Eagles. And that's a carry. And that's a carry all day long. So turnover by the Eagles is going to get the ball back to the Cats. And now Leighton Sherman checks out of the game, and Sawyer Sherman checks back into the game for the Eagles. Case Butler checks into the game Case Bryant checks into the game for the Cats. Case Butler and Case Bryant both checking in for the Cats. So on the floor for the Cats right now, Bryant, Canfield, Butler, Davis, and Beavis. Canfield with the ball. He gets the ball inside to Butler, and Case Butler with 2 points off the assist. Makes it 17-12, 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. Blackwood with the ball, dribbles around, gets the ball over to Howell. Back inside to Howell. Howell drives it, cuts to the basket, and that basket is going to be good. 19-12 the score as the Cats are trying to cut into this lead, but the Eagles just keep answering, and every time we move it up the floor and get the ball into the basket, the Eagles have a response. The ball loose now and recovered by Burleson for the Eagles. Now the ball brought up the floor by Neal, back over to Blackwood, back over to Burleson. Burleson to Layton, to Sherman rather. Sherman gets the ball back over to Howell. Howell to Neal, and Neal tries to drive it around, and we've got a whistle on the floor as the ball goes out of bounds off of the Eagles. 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 19-12 the score. Eagles out in front against our Wildcats. Now checking back into the game is number 12. That's Cole Campbell. Number 20, that's Howell. And number 0, that's Sherman, Layton Sherman, checking back in for the Eagles. Davis dribbles around. He's trying to get around inside to Canfield. Kicks it out to Bryant. And Bryant with a Wildcat fans, welcome back here to WCHS Sports. We're fighting the live stream. While we were away there, Cameron Canfield with a three-pointer, but then answered on the end of the floor by Kurt Burleson with a two-pointer, and the foul committed by Case Butler put him on the line for the three-point play, able to convert. Now the ball over to Case Bryant. Bryant wanted the three-pointer, but he had a man right in his face, and so he has to give it up. Beavis gets the ball back out to Davis. Davis gets the ball back over to Bryant. Bryant's got the open three, and that one's going to Wildcats out to a 26-24 lead here in the second quarter. Three ball by Layton Sherman is good. Puts the Eagles back out in front, 27-26. We apologize. We lost our connection. We had to restart the computer to get the connection back. We're finally got it back up. Hopefully this is going to keep us. We just don't know, but stick with us if you can. Bell trying to drive against Sherman. He gets the ball over to Sadler Skelton. Skelton back over to Cameron Canfield. The Canfield shot no good, but the rebound followed by Skelton and collected back to Canfield. Another shot no good. Canfield keeps fighting. And the Cats have climbed back into this game after what was a terrible start for them offensively. And now we've got a foul on the floor going against Will Robertson. So Robertson picks up his second foul of the game, third team foul against the Cats here in the second quarter. Eagles are going to retain possession on the offensive end of the floor. They get the ball inbound to Burleson. Burleson being guarded by Canfield. Now the switch puts Canfield on Sherman and Robertson on Burleson inside. Ball around to Hallmark. Hallmark tries to drive. Cut off there by Davis. Pass nearly intercepted. Now the three ball away by Sherman. The three shot is good. And the Layton Sherman puts the Eagles back out in front by a count of 30-26. Davis with the ball right at midcourt. He's trying to dribble, drive, gets the ball down to Bell. Bell gets the ball inside to Canfield, and Canfield finishes off the glass. 30-28 now with 2:08 to play. Campbell brings the ball back up the floor. He's going to take it all the way, and we're going to get a charge against Campbell as Will Robertson got in position, took the charge, and a great job there by that young man. Not committing the defensive foul, but instead drawing the offensive foul. Turned back over to the Cats. 28-30 the score here in the second quarter with 2:04 to play. The ball inbounds to Bell, and now the Eagles turn the pressure back up defensively on the Cats. Now they're going to drive back into a half court. Davis brings the ball up the floor, being guarded by Sherman. Gets the ball over to Bell. Bell's going to try to drive it. He pulls up the shot, no good. Off the mark, rebound collected by, and now we've got a after the timeout, the Eagles bring the ball back up the floor. Sherman gets the ball back over to Howell, back to Sherman. Remember, we've got two Shermans on the floor for the Eagles. Burleson controlling the ball now as he tries to get inside, but Skelton cuts him off. He gets the ball back out to Howell, back out to Sherman at the top. Sherman dribbles, and he tries to throw the ball over to Howell, but the ball thrown out of bounds. And I think you could say that's a little bit of poetic justice after what should have been cat ball down here on the other end of the floor. Davis going to bring the ball back up the floor for the Cats. 1:15 to play here in the second quarter. Canfield now with the ball, drives inside. He's being challenged, and the rebound off the mark, no good. Burleson collects the rebound, gets the ball back over to Sherman. Sherman brings the ball back up the floor and gets it back over to his other Sherman. Now Sherman gets the ball to Burleson. Burleson drives inside around Justice Bell, and he goes and finishes the basket underneath. 32-28. We're inside of a minute to play here in the first half. Davis now trying to drive, and he gets the ball to Skelton. Back over to Davis. Davis on the elbow, looking for someplace to go. Will Robertson with the ball, gets it back out to Justice Bell. Bell trying to get around. He gets it to Canfield. Canfield wanted the shot, but he was collapsed down by the defense. Now the ball back out to Robertson. Robertson on the drive, going to take it underneath. He goes underneath the defense, and Robertson with his first 2 points of the game. We're back to 32-30. 2-point advantage for the Eagles. Sherman brings the ball up. He gets the ball over to Howell. Back over to the other Sherman. And now a double dribble as Sherman dribbled, picked the ball up, and forgot that he dribbled. So he started to dribble again, and that double dribble is going to give the ball back to the Cats. 8.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Cats have a chance to tie it up or take the lead. Davis gets the ball over to Bell. Bell with a shot away, no good. Canfield underneath tries for the rebound, no good. And so the shot going to fall. At the end of the first half, your score, Summertown 32, Wayne County 30. We will buy it back here. Possession error with the Eagles here to start the second half. 32-30. Eagles out in front. Burleson with the ball, working against Canfield, gets the ball over to Sherman. Sherman tries to get the ball back inside to Burleson. Burleson loses the handle, gets it to Justice Bell. Bell finds Will Robertson cutting to the basket. And just like that, we got a tie ball game. Now Sherman takes the pass across the middle, tries to get it away. Bell gets a hand on it, shot over the basket, no good. Skelton with the rebound, gets it bashed at the head to Bell, and now Bell's going to hold up and wait for his team to come and join him so he can get things set up. He gets the ball over to Logan Davis, and Logan Davis is going to set the point. He gets the ball in the middle to Skelton. Skelton right off the window, good for 2 points, and the Wildcats now out to their first lead of the game, 34-32, with 7:11 to go here in the third quarter. Campbell directing traffic, gets the ball to Burleson. Burleson down to Sherman. Sherman drives to the lane, goes right around Justice Bell, gets it inside. Bell gets it off the floor, and we're back to a tie ball game. Robertson tries to drive it in. Now he wants to go. He gets cut off. Instead, he throws it inside to Skelton. Skelton collects and goes and converts the two-pointer back to a 36-34 2-point advantage for the Cats. Burleson with the ball. He gives the ball over to Sherman. Sherman back to Burleson. Burleson with the jumper from about 18 feet. No good. Rebound tried to be collected by the Cats, but knocked out of bounds by Mabry. Skelton had his hands on the ball, but Mabry knocked it away and went out of bounds. And now it's going to be Wildcat basketball with a chance to increase their lead. Bell, Davis, Canfield, Skelton, and Robertson starting five on the floor for the Cats. And the Eagles back to a full court pressure. Now the pass is back and forth as the Cats are trying to get around this defensive press. Bell with the ball. He gets Robertson coming around the side. Now Robertson's got to be careful he doesn't get trapped. And he gets the ball over to Davis on the elbow. Elbow back around to Canfield. Canfield cuts across the floor to Bell. Bell tries to get it inside to Skelton, but the foul committed is going to be against Campbell, and I believe that's going to be his third. Actually, I'm sorry. That's going against Mabry. Mabry's second of the game. Sorry, third foul of the game. That is Mabry's third foul. So Mabry goes to the floor, the bench rather, with 3 fouls here in the third quarter. Davis around the outside. They gets the ball inside to Skelton. And, the outside in game working beautifully on the offensive end of the floor now for the Cats, as the Cats working to get Skelton the ball inside. And when they get the ball, he's finishing. But they lost contain on Burleson, and Burleson made him pay. 2 points for Burleson on the other end of the floor. We're back to a 2-point game. 38-36 the score. Davis driving the ball. He behind the back pass to Robertson. Robertson right there in the lane, a little floater is going to fall good. We're back to a 4-point advantage. Burleson tries to drive, and now he's going to dish it back out to Campbell. Campbell's going to take it, and now we've got a floor foul called. Looks like it's going to go against Logan Davis. And that's going to be Davis's first foul of the game here in the third quarter of action. 40-36 the score. Burleson takes the inbound pass. He pulls up a little short floater, and that one's going to be good. And now the inbounds pass knocked out of bounds by Campbell, or Howell rather. And so the pass, the possession is going to remain with the Cats. Bell with the possession now. He's going to try to spin around and get the ball up the floor. And now the Eagles back out of the full court pressure. And Davis with the ball at the midcourt circle. Cats with a 2-point advantage here. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Davis looking to get the ball inside to Canfield. He does. Canfield converts on the shot underneath. And so 42-38 now the score. Campbell brings the ball back up the floor. He gets over to Burleson. Back over to Mabry, or Sherman rather. Sherman wanted the three-pointer from way deep. Instead, he pulls up, almost throws it away, but Burleson able to collect it. Now Sherman, once again, faked the shot, pulled back, drove. Now he gets it back over to the other Sherman, who tries to drive it inside. No good. Rebound collected there by Robertson. Pass deflected by Campbell. Robertson collects it, brings it back up the floor, and now he's going to get the ball to Logan Davis to set up the offense for the Cats. Davis gets inside to Canfield. He wants to finish, and Canfield does. He goes right around the defense and gets in for 2 points in the middle of the lane. 44-38. Cats now out to the 6-point lead, largest advantage of the game for the Cats. Burleson working against Justice Bell. Goes a little hook over him on the inside, and now we've got a timeout. We're back after that timeout. Canfield to take the ball out for the Cats. Eagles once again in that full court pressure. Cats have 4 timeouts remaining. Eagles only have 3. Cut pass inside to Skelton. Skelton had a fantastic look. And now we're going to get a correction of the call. The ball out of bounds off the Eagles. Cats are going to retain possession. Skelton was cutting right under the basket. Davis coming right up the middle of the floor, saw him, and just a little too strong, not quite able to convert the basket. Now the Cats got to get the ball inbounds. He gets it to Canfield, and now Canfield's going to bring Davis back to the midcourt circle to set things up for the offense on the offensive end of the floor. Davis gets the ball over to Robertson. Robertson looking for the shot. Instead, he passes the ball over to Canfield. Canfield gets it back to Robertson, who's going to drive for the layup, and Robertson converts. That's 8 points for Robertson, 46-40 the contest score with 3:23 to go in the third quarter. Sherman wanted the three-pointer, but he had a defender right in his face. Now Burleson on the drive. No good, but he gets his own rebound to put back, and that's 2 more for Burleson. Burleson, the leading scorer by far for the Eagles here tonight. Robertson now with the ball on the three-point shot on the way. Just short, no good off the front of the iron. 46-42 the score. Cats out to a 4-point advantage, but the Eagles have the ball. Sherman wanted the shot. Instead, he pulls down, drives, and he's going to draw the foul on the shot. No good underneath the basket, and that's going to put Sherman at the line to shoot 2. That foul going against Cayman Canfield, his first foul of the game. But that's 4 team fouls against the Cats here in the third quarter. Both Sherman's free throws are going to be good. And so now we're back to a 2-point Cat advantage. Canfield gets the ball into Bell. Bell trapped underneath the basket, and he throws the ball away. Burleson right in the middle to grab it. Campbell with a three-pointer on the way. In and out, no good. Sherman on the rebound, no good. And Bell comes out with it. Now he dribbles. He's got to give it up. And he finds Canfield pushing ahead. Canfield looks up and sees Skelton under the basket. And Skelton with a 2-pointer underneath the basket. Wildcats with a 48-44 advantage. 2:30 to go here in the third quarter. Neal on the floor for the Eagles with the ball. 3-point shot on the way for Neal, off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Justice Bell, and Bell coming around on Campbell. And they're going to say Bell stepped on the sideline and went out of bounds. I thought that was going to be a foul against Campbell, but instead they're going to say that Bell stepped on the baseline And out of bounds to the Eagles, the ball goes. Burleson with the ball, gets it over to Sherman. Sherman drives left, gets it back out to Burleson. Burleson with a three ball on the way, and that three-point shot by Burleson is good. 47-48 the score now as Davis brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. Davis going to dribble around, get the ball over to Justice Bell. Bell gets it back over to Davis at the top. Let's give some credit to Summertown. This Burleson kid is an incredible athlete, and he's into all sorts of stuff here. Rebound collected by Burleson off the missed shot by Canfield. And so Burleson's going to bring the ball back up the floor. He's going to try to drive it and take it all the way, and we're going to get a foul on the floor as the shot no good, but we're going to get Canfield with a foul, and that's going to put Burleson at the line to shoot two. Burleson 1 for 2 at the line on that possession. And we're back to a tie ball game, 48-all. 1:19 to play here in the third quarter. Davis brings the ball up the floor for the Cats. Gets the ball over to Canfield, who gets it to Skelton, back out to Davis. Bell had the shot at the three. Instead, he dribbles, dunks it inside, and the little 15-footer no good. Now Burleson with the rebound gives the ball back to the Cats. Robertson finds Skelton underneath the basket for an easy lay-in. Two more for Skelton. Puts the Cats back out in front, 50-48. Burleson now with the ball. He's going to try to drive and isolate. He gets around and he's never going to travel as he shovels his feet. So Burleson gives the ball back over to the Cats. Davis takes the inbounds, and he gives the ball back to Canfield. Now Canfield gives the ball back to Davis. Davis bringing the ball up the floor for the Cats. Davis, Robertson, Canfield, Skelton, and Bell on the floor for the Cats. Campbell, Howell, Sherman, Mabry, and Burleson on the floor for the Eagles. Three-point shot by Davis off the mark, no good. Rebound collected by Burleson. Burleson gives the ball to Sherman. Sherman's going to bring the ball up for the Eagles, and it looks like they're going to hold up and try to take the last shot here at the end of the third quarter. Two-pointer ties it. Three-pointer gives them the lead heading into the fourth quarter. Sherman now dribbling around. He puts the three ball in the air. Little strong off the mark, no good. Now Canfield takes the shot away and almost knocks down the half court. 50-48, your score as we head to the fourth quarter. We'll be back. Action. Robertson takes the ball out, passes into the backcourt to Davis, and Davis is going to bring the ball up the floor. Eagles in a man-to-man defense. Campbell guarding Davis as he drives to the inside. He wanted to go. Instead, he gets the ball out to Robertson. Robertson with a three ball on the way, no good. Skelton goes up, but instead the ball taken away by Burleson on the rebound, and Campbell's going to bring the ball back up the floor for the Eagles. Burleson in the middle being guarded by Canfield. He gets the ball back out to Sherman. Sherman wants to drive. Sutter steps and gives the ball back to Burleson. Back over to Mabry. Mabry on the drive inside. He kicks it back out to Burleson. The three ball away. No good. Davis with the rebound, and we've got a pushing foul against Campbell. That's going to be Campbell's third foul. First team foul of the fourth quarter against the Eagles. And so the Cats are going to keep possession on this end of the floor. Canfield gets the ball into Davis. Davis over to Robertson. Robertson dribbles ahead. He started about pulling up, but then he found himself going to get trapped there if he did. So he passes the ball back to Davis, and now Davis setting the offense for the Cats. He gets the ball around to Canfield. Canfield gets the ball over to Justice Bell. Bell driving inside, and instead he goes to the floor, loses his footing, and commits the travel. And now Sawyer Sherman checks back into the game for Graham Howell. Starting five on the floor for the Cats. Campbell brings the ball up. He gets the ball over to Mabry. Mabry wants to get the ball to Burleson, but he's being guarded hard there by Canfield. And now Sawyer Sherman with the ball, gets the ball over to Campbell. Campbell back over to Burleson on the Wilbo. And now Burleson going to drive to the inside, loses the handle, but we've got a foul, reach-in foul against the Cats. I believe it's going to go against Skelton, and that is the call. So Sailor Skelton going to pick up his first foul of the game, and that's going to send Burleson to the line to shoot 2. Burleson empty at the free throw line. Over 2 on that possession. So now Davis with the rebound is going to bring the ball up the floor, being guarded by Campbell. He gets the ball around to Canfield. Back over to Davis on the elbow. Davis passing across the floor to Robertson. And Robertson is going to be taken to the deck hard by Sawyer Sherman. Sherman's going to pick up his first foul of the game. Second team foul against the Eagles here in the fourth quarter. Davis to take the ball out. He's going to get the ball into Canfield. Canfield driving. He wants to drive. He wants to go. He gets it all the way in. The shot just off the mark, but Canfield going to pick up the foul, and that's going to be a foul against Howell, number 20. That's his second foul. Sorry, first foul of the game, but 3 team fouls against the Eagles here in the fourth quarter. First shot, no good for Canfield. Canfield empty at the line, over 2. And at this point in time, you've got to make your free throws. Neither team able to knock down the free throws on either end of the field at this point. And so now the Eagles with possession. Sherman has the ball. He gets the ball over to Burleson. Burleson looking for Campbell. Now Campbell going to drive along the baseline. And we've got a foul on the floor against Logan Davis. And that's going to be a shooting foul. So that's going to be 2 shots for Campbell. Davis's second foul of the game. Second team foul against the Cats here in the fourth quarter puts Campbell on the line. Cole Campbell makes both of his free throws. And so that ties the game back up again, 50 apiece, with 5:55 here to go in the game. Logan Davis brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. And he swings it back out to the top to Will Robertson. Robertson drives and dishes back out to Justice Bell. Justice now being guarded by Mabry. He's trying to get around, and he gets the ball back out to Davis. Now Davis is going to reset. 5.5 to go here in the contest. 50 all is the score. And now a reach in, strips the ball away from Robertson. Burleson with the ball, brings it back up the floor for the Eagles. He gets it back over to Leighton Sherman. Sherman guarded by Robertson. He tries to drive and instead kicks it over to Howell. Back to Burleson, back to Campbell. Campbell now driving along the baseline against Logan Davis, and he takes it in and finishes. 2 more for Campbell. And the Eagles back out in front, 52-50. Davis brings the ball back up the floor for the Cats. And he's going to slow things down and try to get the offense set. He gets the ball over to Skelton. Skelton to Canfield. And Canfield's going to turn to the ground and drive. Nice screen by Robertson. We got guys on the floor. Rebound collected by Burleson. And Burleson clears out, gets the ball to Campbell. Back up there to the floor. Campbell to Leighton Sherman. Sherman drives down the middle. Instead, he gets the ball over to Burleson, who loses the handle. And it's out of bounds off Campbell to the Cats. 4:36 to play. Cats trail by 2, but it's going to be Wildcat ball on the offensive end of the floor. Will Robertson takes the inbounds pass across the floor, and he tries to find somebody inside. Instead, he kicks it back out to Davis, and Davis getting the signals from Coach Frakes to set up the offensive play. Canfield with the ball against Howell. Canfield's going to drive. He's going to take it. He's going to finish. And we've got a foul, so the basket is going to be good. Basket counts, 2 more for Canfield. And the foul goes against number 20. That's Howell's second foul of the game. fourth team foul of the fourth quarter against the Eagles. Canfield in the line for the three-point play. Basket no good. We're back to a tie ball game, 52-52. Cats will be shooting two. And now we've got a charge on the offensive end of the floor for the Eagles. And that's a charge against Campbell. That's his fourth of the game. And that's 5 team fouls against the Eagles. That's 5. We're in the bonus. That's 5. All right, so on the offensive foul, no shot. But the possession back to the Cats, who will be shooting the rest of the way. Davis thought about the three-pointer. Instead, he gives it up to Bell. Bell inside to Skelton. Skelton being guarded by Burleson. Shot too strong, but Will Robertson on the rebound. He gets the ball over to Canfield. Canfield back to Robertson. Back out to Davis. And Davis is going to set up the offense. 3:43 to go in the contest. We're back to zeros. It's a tie ball game. And Canfield with the three ball on the way. Short, no good. Rebound collected by Campbell. Campbell loses the handle. Davis picks up the loose ball. He gets the ball to Canfield, cutting, and he finds Skelton. Great find, great assist underneath the basket. 54-52, 54-52 the score here. Wayne County leads by 2 against Summertown with 3:25 to go in the fourth quarter of action. Eagles have 5 fouls against them here in the fourth quarter, so the Cats are in the bonus the rest of the way. Sherman with the ball. He pulls around for the three-point shot. Off the mark, no good. Davis goes up, pulls down the rebound, and now Davis going to pick up the pace, bringing it back up there to the floor, and now he's going to hold up at the half-court line and wait for the offense to get set up. He gets the ball over to Canfield. Canfield driving, and the shot is good, and the foul. Canfield with 2 more, and he draws the foul. He's going to go to the line with a chance to convert the three-point play as Mabry picks up his 4th foul of the contest. So they're saying 33, but no, that's 3. 3 with his 4th foul. And the free throw, no good. Rebound, fought for and scrapped for, and now we've got a tie up on the floor, waiting for the call. It looks like it's going to go against the Cats. And that's going to be a push against Will Robertson. That's going to be Will's 3rd of the game. And the Eagles are going to take possession. Campbell with the ball. He wants to get the ball to Sherman. Instead, he goes back to the middle to Burleson. Burleson going to drive and take it himself all the way. Burleson converts. 54-56. Wayne County out in front by 2. 2:36 to go here in the contest. Davis is going to bring the ball up the floor. And this is one of those points where you have to, offensively, you've got to stay aggressive. You can't let up just because you've got a lead. You can't play to lose, or play to not to lose. You got to play to win here. Skelton gets the ball back out to Davis. Davis going to drive it, and he wanted to finish a little too strong. Burleson got his hand in the way, and now Sherman brings it back up into the floor. No good. Robertson on the rebound, and he clears out to Justice Bell. Now Justice kind of in a trap mode. Justice bringing it back up the floor. He loses the handle, gives it up. Burleson with the ball, and now Burleson goes behind the back to Campbell. Campbell no good, but the foul called on Cayman Canfield, and that's going to put Campbell at the line to shoot 2. So that's 2 shots for Campbell as Canfield commits his 3rd foul of the game. That's 4 fouls now against the Cats here in the fourth quarter. And in a tight ball game, these free throws are going to matter. Campbell first, good on his first one. Second shot for Campbell, good. Now Mabry checks back into the game, playing on the floor with 4 fouls. Let's see if the Cats go after him. Right now we got to get the ball in bounds. Full court pressure by the Eagles, and Davis going to dribble hard up the floor to get around that pressure. Great job 56-56 the score. We're inside of 2 minutes to play as Davis drives and he's trying to work against Sherman. Instead, he gets the ball over to Canfield in the corner. Canfield wanted the 3-ball, but he's got a defender in his face and thought better of it. He gets over to Robertson. Robertson again wanted the ball as well. Shot, no shot. Instead, he gets inside to Sailor Skelton. Skelton working against Burleson. Burleson was all over Skelton. Should have been a foul against Burleson right there, but no call. And so now Canfield's going to take the ball out for the Cats on the offensive end of the floor as the Cats are going to retain possession off the out-of-bounds play. Davis with the ball, 1:22 to play. Cats with the tie ball game. He gets the ball over to Justice Bell. Bell back to Davis. Now Davis looking to the sideline saying, Coach Franks, what are we calling? What are we running? And so now the offensive play being set up on the offensive end of the floor. Clock's running. We're about a minute to go. Bell with the long 3. In and out of the basket. No good. And now Robertson coming in for the rebound is going to commit a foul. That's 4 against Will. More importantly, that puts the Eagles in the bonus. And so now both teams are shooting the rest of the way as Leighton Sherman goes to the line to shoot 2. Sherman 0 for 2 on the free throws. As they say, the ball don't lie. And now we're getting some tie up underneath on the end of the floor. Davis trying to drive ahead and get the ball inside. He gets the ball to Robertson. Now Robertson drives to the floor, and Sherman with a foul. Leighton Sherman commits the foul. That's his 3rd. And that's going to put Robertson at the line to shoot 2. Campbell's checking back into the game. Robertson good on 1 of 2 from the line. We're back to a 1-point advantage, 57-56. And now we're going to get a timeout on the offensive. 57-56. Wildcats with a 1-point lead with 41 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter. And now the ball out of bounds off the Eagles on the inbounds pass as Sailor Skelton deflected the pass. The ball goes out of bounds over to the Cats coming out of the timeout. And now Howell checking into the game for Campbell. Howell's going to take the passer on the inbounds. Cam Canfield. The defender falls down. Davis goes all the way to the right. And it's good. 2 more for Logan Davis as the Cats extend their lead, 59-56. Burleson with the ball now, working to the middle. He gets it back out to Leighton Sherman. Sherman pulls up the 3-pointer from outside. No good. Stops it on the rebound. And Canfield going to bring the ball back up. And he's going to get fouled by Burleson with 14.5 seconds to go. Canfield's got to go to the line to shoot 2 with an opportunity to try to put this game away. So Canfield for 2 shots at the free throw line. Canfield good on his first. And now we got a timeout on the floor. Coach Frank's going to during the timeout, one of the officials called a technical foul against the Summertown head coach. So Kamen now at the line to shoot 2 for the technical. That one is good. Oh, sorry, Kamen with his second shot is good. Now Justice Bell goes to the line to shoot 2 on the technical foul. It's been a quiet night for Justice. And now the We're back after the timeout. Justice Bell with one more shot at the free throw line off the technical foul. 62-56 the score with 14 and a half seconds left to play. And Justice is going to be at the line with one more shot off this technical foul. If he makes this, it's a 7-point game with 14 and a half seconds to go. And you got to think that's pretty much going to ice it. And it rolls in. And so now possession with the Cats, because coming off the technical, we get the basket and the possession of the ball. So it's going to be Wildcat basketball as Logan Davis looks to inbound the ball. He's looking for someplace to get the ball to. He goes to Sailor Skelton, but it's stripped away by Burleson. Sherman with a three-pointer. No good. Rebound collected by Howell. He gets it back to Sherman. Sherman again on a three. No good. Rebound collected by Howell. No good. Davis on the rebound. And that's going to be the end of the game. Your final score, Wildcats 63, Eagles 56. We'll be back with final stats right here on WCHS Sports.